Okay, today we are getting into the engine. This is definitely beyond my comfort zone, much deeper than I thought I was going to be going here. Luckily, I've got a lot of help from a friend of mine who's done similar work, but also, if anybody's ever in East Idaho, Ben's Quality Cycle is awesome. He's super helpful and giving me a lot of help on these. But anyway, I'm just taking the parts off a little bit at a time, working here on the clutch side. You'll see here getting into the clutch assembly. Unique parts, a couple bolts on there that come off fairly easily. So, take those off. It's spring loaded, so it took a little bit of pressure, but it was kind of interesting. It came off of there. I've been keeping everything fairly assembled and stacking it carefully as I pull it off. One hang up, you can see, sorry about the slow motion, not sure what happened, but there's a really strange nut on this one. And it requires a special tool, but I did call my friend, and he suggested just tapping on it with the device. And so I grabbed a pin punch and just tapped a few times. It wasn't very tight. Slid off of there. You can see here, just kind of a weird looking bolt. Not sure of the functionality of that, but it did come off easily. So that's a little bit of a hack for anybody that doesn't have that specific tool. I tried creating one out of a pipe and making cuts, just didn't work. But anyway, pulling the clutch assembly off here and opening things up. And again, I keep this and I still have it stacked on the side. I'm not going to pull it apart. That's not my expertise, and it's outside enough if there's a problem. So I'll just continue working through here, pulling everything out, getting everything off of the side edges, and pulling off what I can. The clutch assembly is a little complicated. I am glad I have that Haynes manual. I think I've said that in a couple of videos, but the Haynes manual for the '79 Honda CB650 is just a lifesaver. It helps me find the steps, the progress, the order, which is a pretty big deal in a lot of these. But I just focus on one piece at a time. So I am a rookie. I'm beyond my comfort zone, but figuring it out. So it's been pretty fun. I was able to get the clutch assembly all taken apart and move things out, no problem there. This oil pump did give me a little bit of an issue. I had to drill those out, but in the end, got it off. And you can see this is the old current and existing case. I do have the new one here in hand. It's clean. It's a nice case. It looks pretty good. So I'm actually working now to get it fitted, but I've got to take the old one apart still. So I'm on the top side, just following the bolt pattern and taking everyone off. Bottom side, take on the oil pan first. After pulling that off, which was kind of dirty, it probably needed some work on that seal anyway, but pulled that oil pan off. It was a little gross. But again, these bolts I took off in a balanced pattern, just in an effort to just keep things even. And it did help. The bolts came out, no problem on any of those being stuck, but they came out and I was able to get them undone, no issue. One of the challenges I've heard is that they do bind up. I didn't have any binding and had no issues there. So now over here on the main drive, this is me trying to take off a little bit of a pin without the right tool. I left this on here because, you know what, I'm a rookie. I see people doing this stuff on YouTube all the time, and everything looks so easy, and it's not for me. So I did find a tool, Harbor Freight. Once I kind of got how it came together and how to use it, the pin came right off, super easy. Pulled off that gear post, and then my manuals recommended just sliding a socket head over one of the frame bolts, and it pulled that main drive right out of there. So that was pretty cool. Nice little trick they taught me. But here we are. This is my daughter and I trying to pull this case apart. She's a good helper, but we weren't strong enough. So I heated up a little bit. This is just a little hand torch that I heat up around the edges. I noticed a lot of my gaskets have a little bit of sticky. I don't know if it looks like there's some extra glue that somebody's put on there at some point, but anyway, I figured that was the case here, and it was. So we heated it, and we were able to get it apart. So we're ready to now get to work and finish this thing off.